After I bought my first DSLR Canon 600D and maybe just a couple of cards and batteries, the first professional thing I bought was this camera bag. It is Case Logic 206 something, and it was almost 14 years ago. And this bag is completely functional to this day. Yes, I did a little bit fix here, and also there is like wear and tear inside. For example, the Velcro part is not that strong anymore, so I have to do a little fix, but this bag is completely functional and it is still amazing bag. And I don't use any lens caps or a lens hood. I just throw bare lens inside, and each of my lenses are always protected because I rely completely on the good bag. But after like 7 years of having this bag, I was looking for some other bag, and each year I put 200 and 300 euros on the side, try to buy a new bag, and I failed. And the years passed and these bags became almost 14 years old. So in this process of not finding good enough bag for me, I ended up with buying successor to this bag. I believe the bag that has DNA of this bag, but also I don't like this much tall bag like this one. I like shallow bags sometimes, but sometimes you need bags with this much of depth. I ended up with buying two bags, and both of them are Case Logic. I'm not like fanatic for this brand, but also I think this brand is not famous enough. I look some other brands of bags on my colleagues. I also check for some bags that are costing $300 or $400 or euros, and I never was amazed, you know. I never was like blown away with the quality, with the functionality, and that is why I think the Case Logic is offering, if not high-end quality of the bags, there's this brand offering amazing value. And don't be fooled with the words best value. Sometimes people try to like make some product average by saying it's like Honda or Toyota of products, but for me that is the best compliment you can give to some product. So it is easy to be really expensive, really high quality product new, and like during a couple of days of reviewing, but being high quality product over a decade, it's some other level of quality. That is why I consider Case Logic like top brand for camera bags, despite their reputation is not like that. So let me show you first bag. This is like obviously cheaper bag. This is the shape and size of bag that I was trying to find to be like really high quality, but not only when it comes to materials, but also when it comes to structure. And unfortunately, if you want to buy really tough, hard bag, and as I said, I'm not using any lens protection, no filters, no caps, no hoods. I want all of this job to be done by a bag. I'm not so sure I can rely on this bag for the next 10 years. This bag is really, let's say, not stylish, but like almost invisible, neutral, but also nice shade of gray, and this bronze or whatever this material color is. At the front, this bag has a deep pocket, but also there is no other access to this pocket, so put here only things that you can find like by touch, or maybe some, I don't know, tablet, e-reader or something like that. The pocket is big, but also not that accessible. This pocket, I would say it's perfect for batteries because it has like a little bit depth for batteries, so it's not going to be pushed. And also this is all a nice place to have batteries, because when you're in urgent situation. We have some side pockets, they're like nothing special. We have this side Velcro, so you can only open the zipper for the size of the top loaded camera. which can be useful and also annoying. Inside, this is the place for a laptop. I'm barely bringing laptop with me, so I'm not care about the position and the quality of this pocket, but it is not the best. This is the pocket for a raincoat. I put that somewhere in the storage, and as you can see, this bag have a lot of compartments, but also nothing special inside. There is not a lot of structure in this bag. You have plastics in this you have plastic in all divider, which is great. So if you like push like this, you will still have structure, but it's not the way of structure that I'm looking for my main bag. There is a lot of place for the lens, but bear in mind lens like 24 to 105, for example, everybody knows that lens, will need to stay like lengthwise. Bear in mind this bag is, let's say, shallow, and I like that a lot of times. I have a lot of small lenses. They're good for gimbals or they're just cheap. I like them. I don't like those small lenses in deep bags, and this bag is shallow. Still, you can put like even like 2 camera, a couple lenses, even drone. There is a space, but I'm not so sure I will bring so much gear in this bag because there is not a lot of structure in this bag, and also I don't believe this bag will be that comfortable when it's completely loaded. This bag is more like for situations when you are completely sure what is going to happen during the day, when this bag is not tumbled in the car, in the truck, when you're not going to put this bag in some dirt, sand, or maybe rocks. Let's say bag for going to some nice place. When you're maybe just going there, put that bag in on some chair or some table in a corner, pick your gear and do your job. For that kind of job, this bag is great. Also, I can say the zippers are very good for this price range, and as I said, you really need to check these prices because they can vary a lot with case logic. I have that experience. These zippers are great. They're like medium size. The bigger the zippers, the more fluid workflow with the bag is, which is sometimes really important. And also I have some very bad experiences with bags that they have like really small teethed zippers. Anyway, only problem I see when you go to this point, you really need to check is this like thing on the edge of the material inside. You really just need to tuck that material inside, and then zippers will be good. This bag is light, nice, proper dimensions for pretty much 90% of my needs, but I don't see this bag for like that extreme jobs, for a full loaded bag, you know, photo, video, drone, audio, everything. Also, I don't see that this bag can be durable like that old bag. You can find it, I believe, relatively cheaply or really cheaply. So don't be fooled with the price. It is really a nice bag. But if you're like doing your job, let's say, really professionally, and that means sometimes means throwing your bag, throwing your lenses in the bag, it is reality of the job. You need definitely some better bag. And that better bag is this backpack. So why I'm saying this backpack is successor of the old one, the main reason for that is this rubber end here, and it is not really all about standing like this. This hard rubber at the bottom giving the structure to the whole bag. You feel like the whole bag, let's say, it is hard all around. It is crucial for my equipment to be safe when I need to put this bag, I don't know, in the trunk of the car or maybe on the floor or things like that. Front pocket of this bag is this much big. The good news is whole pocket is visible compared to other bags, but it actually doesn't have a lot of space for, let's say, batteries and things like that. It is more like two-dimensional pocket, so I don't know, cards, maybe wallet, documents. On the top you have also one small pocket, and I believe the raincoat was here before I remove it, but it can be useful, I don't know, maybe for some, depending of your camera, maybe for some like extra batteries, not that, let's say, fatter batteries, maybe for the smaller cameras. Big thing with previous bag and this backpack are these side pockets, and they're like amazing because they're really useful and you can use them in many ways. And even if you put something like fat inside, they will just like bulge like this and still hold it. They're useful in many ways, I found out over the years. So this bag has top loading for the camera, and this is all that you can open this zipper. This is only just to bring your like main body and one lens from the top. And when it comes to zipper, these main zippers are really big, and it is important. I'm talking from the 14 years, from the experience from the old bag. These big zippers are really durable, and they are always working. And also you can, I don't know, I probably do this with this old bag like a million times, fully loaded, really heavy bag, taking this backpack like on the wrong places, and everything is still completely functional when it comes to zippers. The main compartment of this backpack is opening on the back. So this is the first time I have a backpack with the orientation like this. I cannot say is this like good or bad. Still, for now, I'm not seeing any problems, but we will see. Pocket here is for a laptop, and it's obviously you can put more thick laptops, and also we have one front. I don't know if I can say this is for tablet because there is no more protection here, but maybe for some, let's say, if the tablet has the case, then it's fine. Inside you can see really a lot of space, but also the good and the bad thing about this space is it is so deep. Sometimes I like this, sometimes I don't like this. These deep bags are like default for the high-end products, high-end backpacks, and I understand that, but it is really problem with some smaller lenses, especially if you're not having lens hood or that lenses. But everything inside is really high quality, and also all the dividers has the plastic inside, which improves the squash resistance of this bag. Everything is inside is like I expected. When you can rely on some company, like I thought in my previous video about creative speakers, now I can say the same about Case Logic bag. So check this bag, check if you have like a good price for this bag, and also if you have like, even if you have to pay like regular price, I think it's worth it. Compared to this smaller and cheaper and lighter bag, these shoulder straps, they have like some way of memory foam inside, and also they're like vented. It is important they're like, let's say, heavy duty. I know this bag will be more comfortable when it's loaded compared to smaller bag, thanks to these shoulder straps. So that is my short story about camera bags. I tried many times to buy a new bag. I ended up with just buying next generation of the same backpack. I consider Case Logic premium brand, even when the backpack is cheaper. It can still be like premium brand, but just like affordable product of the premium brand. That is why I think they have like really bad marketing. They don't know how to present their products, and I hope this video will help you. So do not avoid these bags if you're shopping for a camera backpack, because I know what these old bags survived, and it is just proof that company is doing like honest job to help us. And it is nice when you can rely on high quality backpack.